much too wide. No stars to keep the dark inside. Just silence stretched across the land, like something waiting hand in hand. The air was dry, the wind stood still, like it was waiting for a will. The streetlights flickered one by one, like they were watching what I'd done. No comfort left in yellow glow, just shapes that moved too slow. The town was quiet, doors locked tight, like even the walls had learned the fright. And every shadow on the ground seemed to be breathing without sound. The dolls went missing from their chains, the rivers pulled back all their stains. And in that hush I understood something was awakening in the wood. The night leaned in, it held its breath, like it was starving for what's left. And every heartbeat in my chest felt like it might confess. The night was thirsty for blood that day, and there was nothing in its way. No mercy left, no light to save, just hunger carved into the grave. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but the dark had opened wide. And every step I tried to flee still called the night back after me. Trees been low without a wing, like they remembered where it's been. A whisper crawled across the dirt, like something learning how to hurt. The fences broke without a sound, as if the ground itself unbound. And every moment passing through felt like it already knew. I saw the sky begin to lean, too close, too heavy, too obscene, like it was lowering its face to drink from every empty place. The world went still, the edge grew thin, like something wicked lived within. And every breath I tried to keep just sank into the deep. The night was thirsty for blood again that night. No angels left within its sight, no holy shield, no saving hand, just hunger spreading through the land. Oh, I tried to scream, I tried to pray, but sound was taken away. And every path I tried to leave just fed what won't reprieve. The ground itself began to shift, like something underneath would lift. Not beast, not ghost, not living thing, just absence wearing everything. And in that moment, cold and slow, I felt what I was meant to know, that hunger doesn't need a face, it only needs a place. The night don't kill, it only takes the line where something breaks. And every truth I tried to bend became the means of my end. It ain't the dark, it ain't the fear, it's everything that gathers here. Every silence left unspun still hungers for someone. The nights don't sleep or feel or cry, they just consume what passes by, till everything you thought was good becomes the thirst in the wood. The night was thirsty for blood in me, and I don't think I'm still free. No dawn to break, no light to save, just hunger digging through the grave. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but the night was on my side. And every breath I tried to claim still whispers in my name. Hey! Now I don't stand beneath the sky, I let the darkness pass me by. No end to find, no truth to keep, just something that refuses sleep. And if you ever hear that sound of silence pulling all around, don't stay too still, don't look too long, or you'll become the night's next song. The wind returns, but not the same. It carries something without name, and I remain where shadows bud, from nights still thirsty for blood. perfect words, no softer way, just something I could never say. And every line I tried to send already felt like this is the end. The room was quiet, lights too low, like even shadows didn't want to know what truth becomes when it is fed. Through everything I left unsaid, I wrote your name, then let it fade like memory had been overplayed, and every sentence broke apart before it ever left my heart. The ink ran thick, the page went still, like it was learning how to feel, and every word I tried to keep just fell between the seams too deep. No voice replied, no wind would turn, just lessons that I never learned, and every breath I couldn't hide was folded in the side. I wrote goodbye in red ink that night, under a failing hollow light. No final touch, no hand to hold, just something left too cold. Oh, I tried to stop, I tried to stay, but the words would not obey, and every line I tried to trace still empties out its place. The paper curled at every edge, like it was standing on a ledge between what stays and what departs from broken, careless hearts. I never meant for it to sound like everything was burning down, but even silence had a tone of letting go alone. When I folded it away, it felt like I had nothing left to say. The night don't judge the things we send, it only knows where they all end, and every truth I couldn't bind still lingers in my mind. I wrote goodbye in red ink just for me, and it never let me be. No clean erase, smoke turning back, just fading on the track. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but it stayed there on my side, and every breath I tried to keep still writes itself in deep. Now I don't write, I don't pretend, I let the pages never meant no first, no last, no final line, just something left behind. And if you ever feel that page where words don't age but still engage, don't sign your name, don't let it stay, God will write you anyway. They asked me where I was that night, underneath that pale street light. I said I don't recall the time, but the truth don't always speak in rhyme. And the sheriff's eyes were sharp and still, like he already knew the will of something buried out of sight, where nothing wrong can turn to right. The town don't talk, it just pretends that every storm remakes some winds, but it remembers what we hide, even when we lie inside. I felt it there beneath my feet, like something waiting incomplete, and every breath I couldn't hide was folded in the side. I wrote goodbye in red ink that night, under a failing hollow light. No final. The sky was open, wide and bare, like it had nothing left to care. No thunder rolling, no reply, just space between the earth and sky. And in that hush so cold and stirred, I let go of my last words. I spoke them low into the air, not sure if anyone was there. No voice returned, no echo came, just wham that didn't know my name. The trees leaned in and drifted back, like they were watching something crack, and every syllable I gave felt like it dug its own grave. The world went still to hear me end, like it already knew what I'd say. And the wind don't judge, it only takes whatever silence someone makes. And every breath I couldn't keep just fell into the deep. The wind carried my last words far away, through places I can't stay. No voice to hold, no hand to bind, just echoes left behind. Oh, I tried to stop, I tried to stay, but it took them anyway. And every line I try to trace still floats through empty space. I watch them leave without a sound, no turning back, no coming round, just fragments breaking as they flew into a sky I never knew. The fields below went soft and wide, like they were parting from my side. And every step I didn't take still moved in what they make. Not words anymore, but drifting things, like broken pieces on their wings. The air remembers what it hears across the distance of the years. And every truth I tried to send still won't know how to end. The wind carried my last words out of sight, into the fading light. No answer back, no place to land, just emptiness at hand. Oh, I tried to call, I tried to fight, but they vanished in the night. And every breath I try to keep still drifts too deep. Now I don't speak when skies are near, I let the silence volunteer. No truth to chase, no lie to save, just echoes I gave. And if you ever hear that sound of something circling round, don't speak too loud, don't let it go, or the wind will come to know it ain't the air, it ain't the sky, it's everything we can't deny. Every word we let depart still leaves a mark, and words don't die when they are said. They drift on long after we're led, till everything we try to send still won't pretend to end. The wind carried my last words away from me, and I don't think I'm still free. No return line, no place to hide, just echoes in the tide. Oh, I tried to hold, I tried to stay, but they slipped away. And every breath I try to find still rides the wind behind. Now I don't speak, I don't resist, I let the silence coexist. No first, no last, no final sound, just what the wind has found. And if you ever feel that air, where words don't seem to care, don't speak too much, don't let it spin, or it will carry you within. The sky stays wide, the night runs thin, but something always moves within. And I remain where echoes blur, with the wind that carried her. chase, just echoes of a different place. The sky hung low, the day ran thin, and I already wasn't where I'd been. I heard them coming miles away, but by then there was no way to undo what had been done or outrun the setting sun. The sheriff's badge caught pale light, like judgment dressed in something right. But I wasn't standing where they aimed, not quite guilty, not quite framed. The town had already closed its eyes, like truth was something it denies. And every step they took toward me felt like delayed apology. The wind went still, the road went wide, like it was choosing its own side. And every breath I tried to take just marked the ground they break. The law found me too late that day, nothing left to take away. No chains to bind, no words to say, just shadows in the fading gray. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but time had already decided. And every step they tried to claim just called out a different name. The horses slowed, the dust fell down like it was morning what they'd found. But I was still one step ahead of everything they thought I'd said. A broken fence, a hollow gate, too little mercy, too much fate. And every rule they came to serve felt like it lost its nerve. The paperwork, the final call, meant nothing standing where I fall, because the truth had slipped away long before that final day. The law don't move as fast as sin, it only shows up where you've been. And every second ticking through had already passed me too. The law found me too late that time, after every crooked line. No trial left, no place to stand, just echoes slipping through their hand. Oh, I tried to wait, I tried to stay, but fate had gone the other way. And every truth they tried to name was already not the same. They stood there quiet, guns half low, like even justice didn't know if I was villain, ghost or lie, or just a man they passed by. The wind picked up, the clouds broke thin, like something else was listening. And in that pause I understood they never would, they never could. The law arrived, but not in time to catch the moment I crossed the line. And now there's nothing left to trace but empty space. It ain't the badge, it ain't the gun, it's everything that's already done. Every second you negate becomes a law that's always late. And justice don't always arrive before the moment stops alive, till everything you tried to fight is already out of sight. The law found me too late for me, and I was already free, not from chains but from their claim, from even knowing my own name. Oh, I tried to stop, I a trace. The dust still falls, the sky grows dim, but nothing ever catches him, and I remain where echoes fade. Beyond the law, too late was made. The mirror cracked without a sound, like it refused to hold me down. And in that glass, sharp and bright, something else stood in my light. Same eyes, same grin, same hollow trace, but not a trace of human grace. And I knew before it spoke that I was already broke. It walked like me, it talked like me, but every word felt wrong to see. Like everything I thought was mine had crossed a darker, thinner line. It tipped my hat, it lit my smoke, like every memory was a joke. And every breath I tried to claim, it answered softly with my name. The room went cold, the air stood still, like even time had lost its will. And shadows leaned in close to hear what only I was meant to fear. It smiled like it already knew the things I never got me through. And every thought I tried to hide just stood there on the other side. The devil on my face that night, I swear, and I was standing over there. No truth to hold, no place to flee, just something staring back at me. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to scream, but it was wearing every dream. And every step I tried to take feels like a choice it makes. It sat down where I used to sit, like it belonged to every bit of everything I thought was real. Before I learned how it would feel, it spoke of things I never said, but somehow lived inside my head. Like every sin I tried to lose, had learned how I would choose. The walls bent closer, slow and wide, like they were on its side. And every shadow in the room started moving to its tune. I called my name, but not too loud, afraid to break the silent crowd. And every echo coming through belonged more to it than to you. The devil on my face that night again, like it had always been my friend. No chains to break, no truth to save, just my reflection misbehaved. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to run, but it was already done. And every breath I can't deny still sees it through my eye. I reached out slow to break the glass, but it just showed me what would pass. Not shatter, not escape, not free, just something worse than what I see. It leaned in close, it whispered low, you're what you've always known. And in that voice I couldn't tell if I was man or something else. The mirror flickered, cracked in lines, like splitting futures into signs. And every piece that fell away still wore my face to stay. It ain't the devil, horns or flame, it's every time you shift the blame. Every truth you choose to hide becomes the face on the other side. And evil don't always come from hell, sometimes it learns you fought too well, till everything that day, and every breath I try to take still feels like it's a fake. Now I don't look, I don't pretend, I know this mirror never ends. No truth to fix, no lie to chase, just something wearing my face. And if you ever see that sight in broken glass at dead of night, don't look too long, don't meet its side, or you'll forget which one is I. The mirror stands, the night runs thin, but something else is still within, and I remain where shadows trace. The devil that wore my face.
The wind went quiet in the fields, like even earth refused to yield. No crickets sang, no dogs would call, just silence swallowing it all. The porch light flickered pale and thin, like it knew what I was in. I didn't speak it out loud, but something moved through every crowd, from hollow towns to river bends, where every story never ends. The rumor traveled slow and low through places only ghosts would go, and every mile of broken ground seemed to repeat the sound. No telegram, no written word, just something everyone had heard, like truth don't need a name or face to find its rightful place. The trees leaned in, the fields went still, like they were part of some larger will, and every breath I tried to keep just fell into the deep. The South heard what I did that night and turned away from the light. No place to run, no place to hide, just judgment spreading wide. Oh, I tried to leave, I tried to flee, but it followed after me. And every road I try to take still knows the price I made. Church bell stopped mid-final ring, like even faith forgot to sing, and every preacher turned his eyes away from what the truth implied. The rivers ran a little dry, like they refused to testify, and every shadow on the ground seemed to lean into the sound. The town don't shout, it just declines to ever draw a final line. It lets the silence do the work where guilt begins to lurk. The wind don't judge, it just repeats what memory came to be. And every step I try to hide just brings you to my side. It kept it buried in the deep, no mercy left, no alibi, just whispers under sky. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to stay, but it all gave me away. And every breath I try to find still carries what I left behind. porch I pass at night feels like it knows I'm in its sight. Not spoken loud, not carved in stone, but something I have always known. The land remembers every sin and folds it gently deep within, till everything you thought was gone still echoes on and on. And I can feel it when I breathe. The South don't ever really leave. It ain't the towns, it ain't the trees, it's everything that hears and sees. Every truth we try to keep still roams the southern deep. And secrets don't just fade away, they learn the land, they learn to stay, till everything you try to hide becomes the earth's inside. The South heard what I did for me, and I don't think I'm still free. No road ahead, no place behind, just echoes in my mind. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to pray, but the South won't look away. And every breath I try to take still knows what I made. I don't speak, I don't pretend, I let the silence never end. No truth to fix, no lie to bind, just something left behind. And if you ever feel that hush where even night don't rush, don't say a word, don't meet its eye, or the South will know you lied. The wind still waits, the fields stay dim, but something never leaves within. And I remain where echoes bid. The South still knows what I did. Like before, it whispered to the muddy shore. No gentle flow, no peaceful stream, just something sounding like a dream. The water dark, the sky grew dim, and the river sang
like a funeral hymn. I stood alone on broken ground, where every stone refused a sound. The current low but deep inside, it carried something I can't hide. No birds above, no wind to call, just hollow trees that seem to fall into a rhythm slow and grim as the river sang its hymn. The banks were lined with rusted leaves, like they were mourning what it grieves, and every ripple passing by felt like a silent lullaby. The air went still, the world leaned near, like it was trying not to hear, and every breath I tried to take felt like a memory awake. The river sang like a funeral hymn that night, underneath the dying light. No peace below, no hope above, just water speaking loss of love. Oh, I tried to leave, I tried to run, but the song had just begun, and every step I tried to swim still heard that funeral hymn. Cross, half sunk in mud, still marked where something used to flood. But time don't care for names it keeps, it only takes and never weeps. The current pulled at something deep, like it was trying not to keep, just letting go of all it knew into a darker shade of blue. I swear I saw a shape drift slow beneath the surface undertow, not quite alive, not fully gone, just something drifting on and on. The water hummed, the branches bent, like everything was heaven sent, but every note it tried to spin felt like a place I couldn't win. The river sang like a funeral hymn that night, carried souls beyond the sight. No name to call, no hand to save, just echoes moving through the wave. Oh, I tried to speak, I tried to scream, but it swallowed every dream, and every breath I tried to swim still drowned in that funeral hymn. The sky grew heavy, low and wide, like it was mourning what had died, and in the water's mirrored face I saw my own forgotten place. Not future bright, not past to keep, just something buried far too deep. And every reflection that I find feels like it's not really mine. The river doesn't choose a care, it only carries what is there. And everything I tried to hide was drifting on the other side. It ain't the water, ain't the flow, it's everything we let go. Every memory we condemn becomes a funeral hymn. And rivers don't forgive or lie, they just remember what went by, till everything you thought you'd leave still sings beneath the leaves. The river sang like a funeral hymn for me, and I don't think I'm still free. No turning back, no place to swim, just endless echoes of the hymn. Oh, I tried to leave, I tried to run, but the river is never done, and every breath I try to keep still drowns inside its deep. Now I don't stand on that shore, I hear that song forevermore. No peace to find, no truth to claim, just water calling out my name. And if you ever hear that sound rolling slow across the ground, don't follow close, don't lean to in, or you'll hear that funeral hymn. The river flows, but not the same. It carries more than just a name, and I remain where echoes swim inside the river's funeral hymn.
The sky was open, wide and bare, like it had nothing left to care. No thunder rolling, no reply, just space between the earth and sky. And in that hush so cold and stirred, I let go of my last words. I spoke them low into the air, not sure if anyone was there. No voice returned, no echo came, just wind that didn't know my name. The trees leaned in and drifted back, like they were watching something crack. And every syllable I gave felt like it dug its own grave. The world went still to hear me end, like it already knew what I'd send. The wind don't judge, it only takes whatever silence someone makes. And every breath I couldn't keep just fell into the deep. The wind carried my last words far away, through places I can't stay. No voice to hold, no hand to bind, just echoes left behind. Oh, I tried to stop, I tried to stay, but it took them anyway. And every line I try to trace still floats through empty space. I watch them leave without a sound, no turning back, no coming round, just fragments breaking as they flew into a sky I never knew. The fields below went soft and wide, like they were parting from my side. And every step I didn't take still moved in what they make. Not words anymore, but drifting things, like broken pieces on their wings. The air remembers what it hears across the distance of the years. And every truth I tried to send still won't know how to end. The wind carried my last words out of sight, into the fading light. No answer back, no place to land, just emptiness at hand. Oh, I tried to call, I tried to fight, but they vanished in the night. And every breath I try to keep still drifts too deep. Now I don't speak when skies are near, I let the silence volunteer. No truth to chase, no lie to save, just echoes I gave. And if you ever hear that sound of something circling round, don't speak too loud, don't let it go, or the wind will come to know. It ain't the air, it ain't the sky, it's everything we can't deny. Every word we let depart still leaves a mark. And words don't die when they are said, they drift on long after we're lit, till everything when we try to sin, still won't pretend to end. The wind carried my last words away from me, and I don't think I'm still free. No return line, no place to hide, just echoes in the tide. Oh, I tried to hold, I tried to stay, but they slipped away, and every breath I try to find still rides the wind behind. I don't resist, I let the silence coexist. No first, no last, no final sound, just what the wind has found. And if you ever feel that air, where words don't seem to care, don't speak too much, don't let it spin, or it will carry you within. The sky stays wide, the night runs thin, but something always moves within, and I remain where echoes blur with the wind that carried her. That crooked hanging tree, and something in it knew my name before I ever came. The path was thin, the ground was dry, like it had learned not to ask why. Each step I took felt slightly wrong, like I had been there all along. The rope still swung but made no sound, like silence kept it pinned to ground. And then every leaf that dared to fall seemed to remember it all. I stood there close, too close to stare, like something waited for me there. But I turned away before it could decide I understood. The wind went still, the light went pale, like even time refused to tell. And every breath I tried to keep just slipped into the deep. I walked away from the hanging tree that day and left the truth to stay. No final word, no looking back, just footprints on the track. Oh, I tried to stop, I tried to stay, but I kept moving anyway. And every step I tried to take still knows what I forsake. The bark was carved with names half gone, like memory had been done wrong. Not erased, not fully there, just fading in the air. And I swear the tree leaned in, like it remembered what has been. Not judgment sharp, not mercy kind, just something left behind. The sky above stayed cold and wide, like it had nothing to decide. The ground don't speak, it only holds what every silence unfolds. And every truth I try to flee still grows beneath the tree. I walked away from the hanging tree alone. Heaven felt like I've been shown. No end to it, no place to hide, just something on the other side. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to flee, but it followed after me. And every breath I try to find still hangs inside my mind. Now when I pass that edge of land, I don't look back, I don't stand too long where branches twist and sway, like they remember yesterday. The tree still waits, doesn't call, it only watches over all. And every shadow
Feels like it holds the past, not evil, not redeemed, just there, like something frozen in the air. It ain't the rope, it ain't the wood, it's everything misunderstood. Every truth we try to see still grows that hanging tree, and walking away don't set you free from what you've already seen, till everything you leave behind still walks inside your mind. I saw the wreck before I knew what truth was waiting in view. The metal bent like twisted prayer, but no one left to answer there. The sirens came too late to hear, like they were never real near. Just echoes crawling through the haze of shattered glass and burning days. A Bible lay across.
The water moved like it had ears, like it had carried all my years. No rushing roar, no violent cry, just patient current passing by. And in that flow so dark and wide, I felt my truth begin to die. I stood above the muddy shore with words I couldn't hold anymore. Not spoken loud, not carved in stone, just things I thought I'd own. But rivers don't forget a thing, they keep what broken moments bring. And every lie I tried to keep just drifted toward the deep. The banks went still, the reeds lean low, like they already seemed to know that what I brought would not survive the pull beneath the tide. The current paused and leaned in close, like it had hurt me most. And every breath I tried to hide just slipped away inside. The river took my last lie from me that day and washed the rest away. No truth to save, no mask to wear, just empty hands and air. Oh, I tried to hold, I tried to fight, but it flowed into the night. And every step I can't undo still carries what was true. It didn't ask, it didn't wait, it simply set the final gate. And everything I tried to bend just met its quiet end. The surface broke in rippling lines, like truth was written in the signs. And every reflection I could see was something stripped from me. No thunder came, no sky to weep, just water learning how to keep what I had buried in disguise beneath my own replies. The river knows what mouths conceal, it doesn't argue what is real. And every word I tried to spin just sank into the wind. The river took my last lie and set me free from everything I used to be. No turning back, no place to hide, just current on the other side. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to stay, but it washed me all away. And every breath I try to claim still knows my real name. Now when I hear that water sound, I know a truth I left around. Not punishment, not grace, not pain, just something I can't explain. The river doesn't judge or break, it only takes what you forsake, till everything you try to keep gets lost beneath the deep. And I don't know what's left of me beyond what rivers choose to see. It ain't the flow, it ain't the tide, it's everything we try to hide. Every lie we try to sell still knows the river well. And truth don't drown, it only shifts through every current, every drift, till everything you try
flows inside my mind. Now I don't speak when waters rise, I let them read between my lies. No mask to wear, no truth to fake, just everything the river takes. And if you ever stand that near, where silence turns to fear, don't trust your words, don't trust your eyes, or the river will strip your lies. The current moves, the night runs by, but something never lets me lie. And I remain where water sighed, where the river took my last life. The neon buzz, the night ran low, like it had nowhere else to go. Glass and laughter, smoke and sin, all circling me within. And in that noise, so loud, so tight, I lost my faith that night. It started small, a careless word, the kind you wish you never heard. Then bottles turned to breaking sound, and truth got knocked right to the ground. The jukebox died mid-fading tune, like even music left the room. And every promise I once knew got buried in the blue. No holy sign, no warning grace, just fists and flash and broken space. The air got thick, the floor once shook, like even heaven took a look. And every breath I tried to save just fell into the grave. I lost my faith in a barroom fight that night, under flickering, dying light. No prayer could land, no voice could stay, just chaos pulling it away. Oh, I tried to hold, I tried to pray, but it all got swept away. And every step I tried to take still feels like what I break. A broken glass, a shattered name, nobody there was quite the same. The preacher's son, the drifter too, all just red and blue. The floor was slick with truth and lies, reflected in 1,000 eyes. And in that mess of blood and sound, no higher ground was found. The cross I wore inside my chest got lost among the rest. Then I don't care who's right or wrong, it only turns it into song. And every breath I can't rewind still lingers in my mind. I lost my faith in the barroom fight for me, and it never set me free. No final word, no saving hand, just glass across the lane. Oh, I tried to stay, I tried to run, but the damage was already done. And every breath I try to find still shakes inside my mind. Now every time I hear that sound of bottles breaking on the ground, it takes me back to where it fell, where heaven turned to hell. Not devil there, not angels either, just men who couldn't be believers. And somewhere in that final swim, I lost everything. Not God, not hope, not truth or flame, just something I can't name. It ain't the bar, it ain't the fight, it's everything that feels not right. Every faith we try to keep still cracks in broken sleep. And belief don't always die clean, sometimes it's lost between the shattered glass and fading light. Inside a barroom fight, I lost my faith in a barroom fight for good. And now no think it understood, no peace to find, no place to stand, just broken bottles in my hand. No, I tried to pray, I tried to stay, but it all slipped away. And every breath I try to keep still drifts too deep. Now every time I hear that sound of bottles breaking on the ground, it hits me. The neon buzzed, the night rang low, like it had nowhere else to go. Glass and laughter, smoke and sin, all circle me within. And in that noise so loud, so tight, I lost my faith that night. It started small, a careless word, the kind you wish you never heard. Then bottles turned to breaking sound, and truth got knocked right to the ground. The jukebox died mid-fading tune, like even music left the room. And every promise I once knew got buried in the blue. No holy sign, no warning grace, just fists and flash and broken space. The air got thick, the floorboard shook, like even heaven took a look. And every breath I tried to save just fell into the grave. I lost my faith in a barroom fight that night, under flickering, dying light. No prayer could land, no voice could stay, just chaos pulling it away. Oh, I tried to hold, I tried to pray, but it all got swept away. And every step I tried to take still feels like what I break. A broken glass, a shattered name, nobody there was quite the same. The preacher's son drifted too, all just red and blue. The floor was slick with truth and lies, reflected in 1,000 eyes. And in that mess of blood and sound, no higher ground was found. The cross I wore inside my chest got lost among the rest. The night don't care who's right or wrong, it only turns it into song. And every breath I can't rewind still lingers in my mind. I lost my faith in a barroom fight for me, and never set me free. No final word, no saving hand, just glass across the land. No, I tried to stay, I tried to run, but the damage was already done. And every breath I tried to find still shakes inside my mind. Now every time I hear that sound of bottles breaking on the ground, it takes me back to where it fell, where heaven turned to hell. Not devil there, not angels either, just men who couldn't be believers. And somewhere in that final swing, I lost everything. Not God, not hope, not truth or flame, just something I can't name. It ain't the bar, it ain't the fight, it's everything feels not right. Every faith we try to keep still cracks and broken sleep. And belief don't always die clean, sometimes it's lost between a shattered glass and fading light inside a barroom fight. I lost my faith in a barroom fight for good, and I've nothing been living a stew. No peace to find, no place to stand, just the broken bottles in my hand. Oh, I tried to pray, I tried to stay, but it all slipped away. And every breath I try to keep still drifts too deep. Now I don't pray when nights get long, I just remember what went wrong. No truth to fix, no past to name, just echoes that don't end. Not devil there, not angel.
The church bells ring, but not for peace. They echo through a broken release, and every note feels sharp and thin, like something trying to begin. The stained glass burns in morning light, but nothing here feels wholly right. And in the hush between each prayer, she knew something was hidden there. care for sins they tried to fade. Her father spoke with steady tone, but never when she was alone. And every sermon he would give seemed like a place where lies could live. She found the book beneath the stair, like tight, like someone hid it there. Not scripture clean, not gospel pure, but something darker at its core. She didn't scream, she didn't run, just read the truth that came undone. And every page she turned too fast pulled her deeper in the past. The preacher's daughter knew too much that day about the things he'd swept away. No holy light, no saving grace could hide the truth upon her face. Oh, she tried to speak, she tried to flee, but truth don't always set you free. And every word she tried to show was something they refused to know. The basement door was always locked, but late at night she heard it talk. Not voices clear, but shifting sound, like something breathing underground. A shovel leaned against the wall, like it remembered every call. And every stain she couldn't place felt like it carried someone's face. She wrote it down in quiet ink, the things they never dared to think. But paper burns and truth will hide when fear is standing right outside. She held the weight without a word. Too much was seen, too much was heard, and every truth she couldn't trust turned into falling dust. The preacher's daughter knew too much that night about the shadows out of sight. No sanctuary, no disguise could save her from what truth implies. Oh, she tried to speak, she tried to flee, but truth don't always set you free. And every step she tried to take just led to something they would break. They say she vanished without trace, but I still see her hidden face in every mirror cracked and worn, in every silence newly born. The preacher never changed his tone, still stood there preaching all alone. But something in his eyes went still, like something finally lost its will. And every hymn the church still sings feels heavier than broken things, like someone left a truth behind that echoes through the preacher's mind. It ain't the book, it ain't the sin, it's everything that's trapped within. Every secret left to grow becomes the thing you cannot know. And truth don't always wear a crown, sometimes it burns whole kingdoms down, till every prayer you try to clutch can't save you from what's known too much. The preacher's daughter knew too much to stay, and there was nothing left to say. No holy path, no second chance, just silence in the final glance. Oh, she tried to walk, she tried to be the voice they'd never let be free. And every truth she couldn't show still haunts the ground below. Now I don't pray, I don't believe, I just remember what I see. No faith to save, no lies to clutch, just what she knew, too much. And if you ever hear her name whispered soft like dying flame, don't look too close, don't stay too long, or you'll learn what went so wrong. The bells still ring, the choir sings, but something darker softly clings. And I remain where shadows touch, with the truth truth she